I've already been doing the lattice down the sides here. So I was just going to try to do like a panel. I'm working in the sunlight, so I'm not trying to get too sweaty this morning. Still in my street clothes, but it's not like a super dirty job. So I've already got my measurements here. My terrain's pretty evenly graded down the side of the shed. So what I'm going to do is just take one measurement from one end of the panel, then measure down 8 feet and measure that vertical measurement, and then draw a diagonal line down the panel and cut it. And that's good enough. I cut it a little bit long so I can kind of scrape it into the dirt, and the bottom edge of this will kind of hold itself in before I put my mulch in. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit today. On the road to 500 subscribers. So if you can like, share, and subscribe, it really helps the channel out, help us get us to the goal. And just doing a lot of different like upkeep type, remodeling type stuff here at the property, on the house, on the land, things of that nature. We have some chickens, take care of the pets, so forth and so on. So feel free to enjoy the video today and check out my other content. And so with that said, I'm just going to kind of work a little bit. I'll mute and unmute my mic as I'm using my tools so it's not too loud. I've already got my measurements for this panel in here. Got 12 and a quarter on one end, 13 and a half on the other. I've already measured twice. So I'll get that marked on my panel here inside the shed, and then I'll cut it. So I'm just going to kind of set my camera up here so you can see what I'm doing. I already cut one section off of this particular panel. So what I do is I take my clean indoor pad to kneel on, put it right here. And since I'm working on this other side of the shed, what I've been doing is I've been turning my panel around so I don't get confused. The panel's already oriented in the way that it's actually going to, so it'll be standing up on that side of the shed like this. Square end. The square end is on top here. So this is the uncut side. So these foam boards come in handy when you're making any kind of cut, but definitely on full sheets. If you're watching, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Help us get to 500 subscribers. So this is the end where I'm going to go 12 and a quarter. So I'll just do this here. I'll mark it just a touch long. And then on each end, I actually put tape so I can really see that mark real well when I'm lining up my straight edge. And then I make sure to mark it real good, so I know which side of the tape I need to cut on. And then I'll go do that on the other end. This at 13 and a half. So let's see here. A little bit low. 13 and a half. And I've been using my oscillating tool to make these cuts, because it cuts real easy. And I'll get my tape out of the way, get my long straight edge. It's something my papaw gave me. He used to clamp down and make cuts with on the sheets of wood. And they make other versions of this, probably better, but it gets the job done for me until I'm ready to upgrade. It's straight though, that's the main thing. I'm just getting both ends lined up on that tape line. Make sure it's good. And then make sure that it doesn't move on you in the middle of marking. And you have a nice straight line. So when I cut, I'm actually going to cut up to or in the middle of the Sharpie mark. Because it's okay if it's a little long. You don't want it to be cut short. And then I might have to notch out just a small little section because of that concrete block I wasn't able to cut all the way down out there. But it might be fine. It might be at grade. And this middle section, I might end up scrapping it as some kind of something I can prop up somewhere to kind of hide some gas cans that I'm putting under the camper. Give them a little bit more, obscure them a little bit more from public view. Nobody comes and steals my propane tanks or my dad's propane tanks and my gas cans. All right, that's pretty much it. Now I just need to cut it. I'll take it out there and I'll start installing it. So if you're watching, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're going for 500 subscribers in the interim, and we're going to get to 1 million at one point. I'm just going to keep posting just because I'm already doing this stuff out here and I like videoing. So check out my other content. I got all kind of different content for the house. I have where my name came from, so forth and so on. So I'm gonna put my gear on. I'm gonna mute my mic. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Let us know you're watching. Give us a thumbs up, reaction, anything. Here we go. For watching. I just got done making the cut. And go outside and get this thing roughed in, kind of up in place. And then start drilling pilot holes and countersink. I'm going to countersink where the screw head goes so it seats this thing in nice and tight without disrupting the PVC material. I don't want to cause undue stress around the screw head, and I want it to be flush. So let's go ahead and get some knee pads set up out here. Follow along with me. I actually haven't even timed myself to see how long it takes for me to put one of these things in. Brick to keep it against the wall. I haven't really filmed this project at all. I'm used to doing everything with two hands. See if I can film out in the shade here. If you're watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Currently in the middle of putting in my lattice on the side of my shed. So it's breathable, but it keeps large animals out. That's really the main reason. And this is PVC lattice, so it won't rot. It's all one cohesive piece. So you don't have to worry about it falling apart. Just trying to kind of trench it down into where it needs to be. So just trying to get it just below and into that. Go get my little shovel. Help me out. All right. Another extension cord. Mainly trying to do this. I just want to do it right. This should get me in the ballpark here. There we go. Cut one more off. All right. Basically, I want it down like that. All right, I think that's good. Just trying to get this down the grade where it's not gonna fight me. We're good down there. There we go. That's where it needs to be. I'm gonna cut on this a little bit more so it sits down in that hole better. talking and it was muted. So I'm going to get my screws and my bit and my cordless drills, drill bits and everything. Breaking a sweat today. Okay. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and get my starter one in so it holds it where I want it. Damn it. Friggin' drill bit just broke off in there. Of course. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Right where I want my screw to go. Unbelievable. Gosh. That means that it hit something in there. Probably another screw. So, my only other option is to leave the drill bit and try to run a screw in there. That's so stupid. Stupid and annoying. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put some screws down here. Hold this flex in. Gosh. One thing you will find is it's always something when you're doing projects. But you honestly can't even tell. But it's just more of I know what happened and it annoys the freaking fire out of me. Go get another drill bit. I'm going to get a slightly bigger drill bit. It'll be a little bit stronger. And I won't push as hard. Let the drill bit do the work. The sun is going to bake me now. I can feel it. Try to suck these in together. So if I have to, I'll just run my tool in that seam and kind of loosen up some of the tension. Okay, now I got it where I want it. So I want to make sure that it's up. tell when the tip of this countersunk bit gets hot because it just cuts through that thing like butter. I don't hardly put any pressure. And I'll pre-drill so this way the screws go in straight. They have a tendency to kind of go not straight. Drill's old. It's hot. Hey, what's up? Gonna walk? Okay. I'm doing a live. You watch it? You care if he's on camera? Oh yeah, probably shouldn't. Maybe you can get him over there. I'm almost done. Battery's totally dead. Wet. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Ooh. So pretty soon I'm going to be getting back into the master bedroom remodel. But these are kind of things I don't necessarily always film. I'm always kind of doing something. And it is difficult to film literally everything, especially when it's a project I don't get on and finish. And I end up with videos everywhere over the course of time. Mm. Man, it's baking me over here. There we go. Solid. All right, I'm gonna put this up. But if you enjoyed today's content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll get back on my GoPro camera pretty soon. So other than that, questions in the comment section. Check out my other content. Appreciate everybody. Bigfoot out.